Hello again. Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to R.A.D. So we're actually picking back up kind of in the middle of an episode. I was actually a big cut between last episode and the start of this episode, but I just kind of kept going, and then I realized I had too much footage. And it gets easy to kind of lose yourself with stuff. So anyways, we're going to be picking back up, and we're going to be working on, the first thing we're going to be working on is starting this warehouse here. So we'll get right into that, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, it has been a little while since I last cut. I did set up a little sugarcane farm. I actually started with 7 pieces of sugarcane. I just grabbed them on my way back. But I will say that, let me break all this. Really quick. It grows crazy fast. I'll show you why. I'll show you why that is. Like, you can make a super sugarcane farm very quickly. There we go. You can see there's no lag now. It's great. It's great to be playing with no lag. It did finish pre-genning. So, but yeah, see, like, if I stand right here and we just give it a second, basically I have that, this right here, green thumb, I bumped it up to a rank 3, which it's not very expensive to upgrade it. And each one, it's 2% chance of increasing radius level. And it seems like it does it on ticks. And you can see, I mean, the sugarcane's just sprouting up around me here at a very decent rate. And I can just hang out here, and pretty much it's like non-stop harvesting. Like, I'll run over and harvest this, I'll run over and harvest this, and I'll have to run back over and harvest this and this. It does grow very quickly. So I did get, well, almost 4 stacks now. It's quite a bit more than what we need, but it just keeps growing. And then I went out and I got wool. And we actually have to go, whenever we go on our way back, we're going to stop by there because I found a little treasure chest plate in the ground. I haven't opened it up or anything yet. But and then I set up some more furnaces. And something that I noticed, if I take this out, and let me grab a little bit more cobblestone. I've just been smelting up stone is what I've been smelting. If we throw this in there, it's super slow, right? That's actually like standard speed. But if I pull this out, I throw it into here, look at that. That's because, you know, we got that, this right here, cooking speed. It's only rank 1. Rank 1 out of 5. But it's that big of a difference in smelting speed. It only seems to apply on furnaces, I guess, you placed yourself, or maybe you have to pick them up and replace them. I'm not for sure. This one was here, you know, whenever we built this house, this prefab house. I guess it kind of makes sense that it wasn't, you know, it wasn't working for the speed increase. But it does smelt super fast. You'll notice it does burn through the coal a little bit faster. It seems to be about the same. It seems to be 8 per piece of coal. But that's no biggie, because it's much faster at smelting it. Also, I did gather up some obsidian. That can be vein mined with diamond pick. So you can vein mine it. I got 48 in one go. Just down, right down there, basically where we were earlier in the episode, where there was that lava. I just poured some water over it, vein mined it, and got 48 in one go. What I want to make, this is something, and I'll be working on moving some stuff between episodes. We're going to start with something from prefab. Now, prefab's not normally a mod that I use a whole lot, and that's due to the fact that, I mean, the stuff looks great, but I actually like, you know, I like building. But if you don't like building, prefab is a great way to go, because you can do all your gardens, you can do your tree farms, you can do different base designs, like aqua bases, like, you know, underwater jails and villager houses and watchtowers and all these different things. And a lot of them have customization options. You know, we looked at the house before. There is an advanced house somewhere. Moderate house. There is a moderate house. And there's like mine shafts and ender gateways. And, which these actually come with ender portals. So you can make your own ender portal. I'm not actually sure if it's craftable. I know some of the stuff in here is not craftable, I think. No, it is craftable. Prismarine, double compressed obsidian, some quartz, and some triple compressed stone. So you can get your own, like, ender portal wherever you want it. So, actually, I think probably most of the stuff is craftable. I know some of the stuff you have to, like, flip through these pages. Anyways, and most of the things, they don't take as many materials as what they actually comprise of. So you can kind of get free materials that way too. But anyways, what I want to make is a warehouse. And you can either do double compressed glowstone, or you can do coils of lanterns. We're going to be doing coils of lanterns. They're a lot cheaper. I mean, that's a lot of glowstone to do double compressed. glowstone. But what we need to do is we need to take, first and foremost, we need to take just a bunch of stone. A whole bunch of stone, and we need to compress this down. And that's why I've been smelting all that stone. So there's a whole bunch of compressed stone. And then we're going to compress it one more time. We're going to get double compressed stone. And then we need to actually compress this one more time, once. Because the warehouse requires 4 double compressed and it requires 1 triple compressed stone. Little bit expensive on stone. I may not have enough. Which means I'm going to have to go mining. I can use andesite though. So we'll do that. Then we'll do that. We have enough for the triple compressed. I just don't have enough for the 4 double compressed. Okay. Well, that's kind of a bummer. I'll go mine some stone really quick. But before we do that, we're also going to need to get ourselves... Okay, that recipe does not work. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a bunch of wood. Let's get ourselves a bunch of sticks. Let's get ourselves a bunch of torches. And let me dump off... Actually, I'm going to need a bit of this stuff. And then in addition, let's go ahead and get ourselves some chests. And one thing that I want to go ahead and make is, if we take a look at the warehouse, and I'll explain my reasoning on going for this here in just a second, but let me get an Eye of Ender. Luckily technically we could have made these though, but I did get these. Once again, I got these from a treasure slime, which was quite lucky. We'll grab that. We're going to surround this with chests, and it doesn't work because these are quark chests. Ugh. The one thing I hate about quark is it messes everything up. Okay, I want to get oak wood. So there's that. There's that. There's some oak chests. And then if we do that around the ender chest, we're going to get a compressed chest. And then for the coils of lanterns, these are kind of expensive because they require 9 strings of lanterns, which require 9 paper lanterns. Each paper lantern requires a torch, paper, and a stick. Not too bad. It's very doable for us, but... So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and just get 3 stacks of paper. And then we'll do that, that, that. And there is 64 paper lanterns. We're going to need more than that, though. And then let me get... There's another stack. I guess we'll just go ahead and make, like, 3 stacks of paper lanterns, I think. I was thinking I needed that string. Do I not need string for coils? No, I guess I don't. I was thinking it was paper, string, and torches, but it's not. I spent all that time gathering wool and didn't even need it. Well, that's fine, because at least we have... Because you can change wool into string. Just 1 wool equals 4 string. So, this will be a little bit more paper lanterns than what we need, but that's fine. Alright, so then we're going to go ahead and just compress these down. There's 21 strings of lights. There is 2 coils of lanterns. Then we could just turn these back into paper lanterns. So we got 30 extra. That's fine. We'll just put those away. And I guess I can put away the sugar cane, the obsidian. I don't need all this stuff. So for the warehouse, now all I need is the 4 double compressed stone. Which actually isn't too bad. It just means I'm going to have to go mine up a bunch of stone. Let me actually make a diamond pick. Because we can. And I'll be back here in just a bit. I'm going to go mine up a few stacks of stone. Okay, we've got quite a bit of stone. We should have plenty, more than enough actually. And this is all finishing up. There we go. Okay. And then what we'll do, we'll just compress all of this. There we go. Compressed stone, and then we'll get our 4 double compressed stone. Okay, and we should be all set now. And we'll go ahead and make our prefab warehouse. There we go. Not all that bad. Sugarcane I thought was going to be the worst part, but then it was like, oh yeah, I got these. Like, look at this. It's just a forest of sugarcane. Okay, so we're ready. I think we're ready to set out. Okay, it'll be daytime about the time we get there. That'll be great. Let's go ahead and head off. I should have refilled my wand up, but that's fine. I'll be making a bunch of trips back and forth here. Like, I could kill stuff with a sword, but I don't know. I just want to be like just pure mage as much as I can, you know? Man, it feels so good to be able to run through here and not be lagging. Yeah, this is where I was hanging out getting sheep, because there's a lot of sheep over here, actually. Okay, so right here we've got an ailing trap from Dungeon Tactics. We'll go ahead and pull that up. And then, of course, down here we have Gilded Pickaxe, Zombie Heart, Diamond, Iron Boots, Iron Pick. Okay, actually not as cool of a... or not as good of a chest as I was hoping that there was going to be down here. So... okay, and that's why I left that inventory empty. I do have my backpack is filled up with junk. So, we're taking all of this with us, but... okay, well, we'll head over here. And the reason I wanted the warehouse, like I said, I normally don't do a whole lot of with prefab, you know, because I like building. But the reason I wanted the warehouse is because in this pack, we are going to be wanting to... you know, it's kind of the same thing that normally happens with modded. You need structures for this, 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 and this. But if you want to build things nicely, you know, you can't keep up. It just doesn't work out that way. If you're, especially, I mean, doing a series. If I was playing single player, I would just focus on a building until it was done. But for the sake of a series, you know, you want to keep things moving. When we first set up, we're going to be focusing on building farms and, you know, starting our house and things like that. And I won't have time to build a storage area. And I don't want a big hub-jub storage area of just chests piled up with no sorting logic to it or anything like that. I want to have some kind of a decent sorting system to start with. So what we're going to do is we're going to use prefab for that. And we'll have kind of a warehouse, and then later on, eventually we'll move out of the warehouse and we'll have more of like a dedicated sorting system type area that's, you know, custom built. We'll probably leave the warehouse there as just like a testament to the times, but you know, we'll have something a little bit more personal, a little bit more fitting to our build. It's also going to be up inside of our actual base for the warehouse later on. But for now, if we set up a warehouse over here, I think it will work out nicely for us. So I think what we're going to do, this will be kind of where the stairs come up. And I don't know if I'm going to have them wrap over and connect there or wrap over and connect there. It doesn't matter right this second. This warehouse we are going to set up. I'm actually thinking that we're going to set it up just right over in here. We have this nice flat area. And then we would have farms off in this direction. Maybe, yeah. And the warehouse will be kind of in this little lowlands type section here. Which I think should work out pretty nicely. So what we're going to do, let's right click there. We're going to set the glass color to purple. And we can preview this. Now you can see this is a fairly large building. It wasn't very expensive to build, but it is a fairly large building. And it's like multiple floors and all of that. You won't be able to really see it all just within the preview. So let's go ahead. Let's see, is that where I want it? Yeah, right there is fine. We're going to go ahead and say build. There we go. It's going to build it. Bum. And there we go. We should have... hey. Was there obsidian here? Did I just not notice it? Or, or what? But anyways, we have ourselves a warehouse. We might end up sprucing up the outside just a little bit, but it's actually not bad looking. You know, like I said, if you're not a fan of building, prefab is a wonderful mod for you because it does all the building for you, and you just kind of craft the things, and there you go, you have a building. A little bit flat on the front, you know, it's not... I need a lever. I need a lever or some kind of pressure plates. Do I have any wood on me at all? Yeah, I have some dark oak wood. That'll work. Let's go ahead and just craft ourselves just a couple dark oak pressure plates so that we can get in and out of this building. So there we go. And now I can't get out on this side. This would probably be better as like stone pressure plate or something, but that'll be fine for now. But the warehouse is great. We have chests, and I'll be able to put signs on these. I'm probably going to put signs like right there, there, telling what's in the chest next to it. And then we also have furnaces set up. We have crafting tables set up. We have more chests back here. Right here we have a pathway that goes down. We have flower pots. We have an infinite water source. More chests. More furnaces. And yeah, lots of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Lots of storage space for like a starting storage area. And then if we head upstairs... We have a big empty space. Now there is a advanced warehouse that you can craft, and the only thing that it adds, you can see it takes some brewing stands, some enchantment tables, an anvil, 4 bookshelves. But it does, this upper section, I know it adds like 4 enchanting rooms, and it adds a brewing area, and a little workshop area, and it adds like cauldrons down through here, and just all kinds of things. It kind of like spruces it up just a little bit, and adds like some of your more advanced, crafting station type stuff. So, now I will say, because I know I'm going to have comments about it, this, and I know I've mentioned this before, easy storage is in the pack. So you have the storage cores and all that stuff. They're cool, they're great, they are kind of boring. We will use a little bit of easy storage, but not a whole lot. I'm not a huge fan of easy storage because it's just too simplified. And in this pack, I'd rather have, instead of just having a big block of like easy storage, because it's ugly, I don't like it, I'd rather have chests and labeled things and nice little warehouse area, because it's not very often that I get to play a pack where I don't have AE2 and drawers and all that stuff, so I'm actually using chests. So I'd rather just kind of keep it that way and not default down to easy storage. It is in the pack if you want to use it. I've covered it before. I'm not a big fan of it overall. So we'll probably be using more chests than easy storage, so just a heads up on that. We'll have something more like this, because I don't mind just walking over to the chest and doing things, Okay, a little bit of time has passed. I've gotten everything moved over. And you can see this thing just keeps getting bigger. I've gotten everything moved over, and I've got it sorted. I just added signs here, so you can see, like, at the top it says, this is metals. So there's blocks, ingots, / nuggets, and ores. And everything's kind of sorted into appropriate places. Gems, there's blocks, loose, and loose. I have 2 chests for loose, because, might have a lot of those. Blocks, there's cobble, and stone. Blocks, dirt, miscellaneous stone, that's like slate, obsidian, andesite, limestone. More blocks, we have miscellaneous blocks, miscellaneous, and then we have wood, and miscellaneous building, which is like this type of stuff. Wood is, of course, that type of stuff. Then we have redstone, chests, etc., stuff like that. Just miscellaneous little junk. 3 chests of that. And then right here we have plants, so everything plant-related, seeds, no food-based things, no carrots, no potatoes, stuff like that. Then we have tools and weapons. I have 3 chests for those, and then armor over here. Right here, this is consumables. So this is stuff like TNT, magic tethers, fertilized essence, potions, poison bombs, healing salves, stuff like that. Then we have mobs, which is mob items and mob equipment. Mob equipment, stuff like that. Mob items are things like that. I did include rotten flesh in here. I guess technically I should move this over to food. Technically it classifies as food. This is foodstuffs, and then we have food and supplies down here. So this is all edible things. This is things like honeycomb, eggs, wheat, things that can be used to make food. Honeycomb, of course, doesn't actually make food, but it does make drink. Makes honey for making mead, as well as potions. So, and then over here, this one, there's nothing in these chests at the moment. And then this over here is like others. I have mystical essence in this one. And then I have miscellaneous stuff, which is this stuff. That's all the stuff that I have under miscellaneous. I haven't done anything downstairs. It's the same as it was. If we head upstairs, I've added some furnaces here. This is more of like a crafting workshop type area. Over here I've got our anvil. I've got some enchanted books, world domination with open blocks. Nothing in this. A couple crafting tables. Then we have our arcane workbench. There's some spells, and there's some, you can access these over the tops of those things. That's why I put them there. This one, a little bit harder to access, but and this is scrolls and wand storage upgrades. This chest here is for like important things. We have our iron rings. We have our infinite fire, our knockout stick, our command emblem, and doggy charm, which we're going to get that set up here soon. And then I've got my bed here, which I have not set the spawn point. I will. And I've gotten a few levels. I don't know if there's anything in particular. Potential extra drops from log harvesting. That's kind of nice. Athletics, decrease fall damage. Sprint speed. Treasure hunting. Random chance of digging up treasure from dirt. Harvest efficiency gives extra crops on harvest. 10% chance per level. That would actually be kind of nice when it comes to magical crops. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to go... Maybe I just want to save up another point for cooking speed. That would be kind of nice, because smelting is a pain. And then this thing over here, I'm getting kind of worried about it, because I did look it up, and it says they just keep growing, like, indefinitely. And I'm not for sure if they do bad things or not. I'm not 100% sure. Basically, I read on the wiki long enough to say, oh, I need to get rid of that thing. So I'm going to make what's called a Riff Remover. And I could just set up a dimensional door there and I would be able to use it, but I just want to get rid of this rift. I don't want a dimensional door right here sitting right outside my base. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come over here. The rift will close soon. And you can see it took a little bit of durability, but it does last for a while. So basically it's going to, you can see it's actually shrinking. It's visibly shrinking right now. And it's basically destroying the rift for us. So that way we won't have this big rift growing. It's not as bad as like Thaumcraft rifts, but it does seem like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I need it gone, basically. Okay, so what I want to do right now, and what I want to take a moment to do is I would like to start setting up some farms. And I was doing some thinking, and I think this is all going to get landscaped and changed up and stuff. Oh, look, the rift is gone. Oh, wait, it's little bitty right now. It's a little bitty baby rift. I wonder if it drops anything. Oh, no, wait, it's just totally gone. I was looking at one of those. Yeah, I don't think it drops anything. I'm going to say no. But anyways, I want to get into a little bit of farming. And we're going to be doing some kind of miscellaneous farm designs. Like, it's not going to... they're not all going to be the same. I don't want just a row of boxes as farms, because this series we're not going to be going for efficiency whatsoever. It's going to be just a nice, lovely place to hang out. That's kind of what I'm going for. So I think actually the first farm that we're going to set up is going to be right over here in this little corner section. So it's going to be kind of visible as you're going up into the warehouse, and this first farm is going to be for our Inferium or mystical agriculture stuff. Eventually it's probably just going to be either wood essence or Inferium essence. It's going to be a lot of plants for just one type, but I think both of these will be kind of important. So we'll have a big farm for those. I'm actually probably going to, for right now, I'm going to have both of them in that. I do have my seeds in here, by the way, and my apiaries and bees. And as far as crop speed increases, we can use our apiaries, and we can also use growth accelerators. We will be making these, and also lily pads of fertility from Reliquary. These things used to be like my jam. They're so great because you tend to have a lot of water around farms, and then you can use that water for crop growth increases. So what we're going to do, let's get ourselves some wood. And I think this is spruce. That's perfect. That's actually what I want. I am going to need more spruce, but I'm hoping that we can get our spruce just from doing that. Is kind of what I'm hoping. Let's see. Let's go ahead and turn this into planks. And I'm going to get just a bunch of slabs for starters. Because we're going to have a lot of this farm be slabs. And then let me get some dirt. Just a bit of this. And I've got my bucket on me for getting water. And I've got my seeds on me. And let me get... well, I really don't have a whole lot of cobble. Maybe I'll use dirt, since I don't have cobble at the moment. Let me go ahead and sleep as well. Also, the 12 Days of Petmas start on December 14th, so we will make a pet for that when it gets a little bit closer to that time. So, okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to have the farm start like right over in here, I think. And I'm going to start with kind of, let's see, do I want to start on the top layer first? Or how I want to do this? Let's do... Like, let's bring this out 3, and then we'll do, like, 1 and 3, something like that. It's not a circle or anything like that. It's just kind of a miscellaneous shape that we're going to use here. And some of this is going to become other blocks, but for right now, I'm going to just place out a bunch of dirt. And then we're going to go ahead and build this up. I'm going to do... actually place this out like that, and we'll have it so you kind of step down into it. And I think this is going to look really, really great. Normally, I don't really get an opportunity to use this because you're like, well, I need harvesters and all this stuff. And so you don't really build like awkward shaped farms a lot of times, you know. And I want to do something a little bit different on here. So I do have a lot of stone to clean up, though. There's like lots and lots of just junk. But at least now I have a little bit of cobblestone to work with. So, okay, so let's see. The next level is going to be setting right over here. And I will say I might change some of these blocks. But for right now, I'm going to do like spruce. And we're going to do... okay, we're going to do a border like that for right now. That's going to be part of the next layer up. So then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this dirt up, and our slabs, well, I have like space for all this stuff. We'll do that. And then right here we're going to, let's see, we're going to bring slabs over like that. And then we'll do another piece of dirt like right there. So we step up right here, and then we'll have, you know, another set of slabs. And then right here, this is going to come around like that or something. These blocks here, like I said, they may change. I'm probably going to end up doing like some spruce wood. I just don't have the wood to do it, but I will add some of that as the layers go up. And then what we'll do is up here, we're going to have, you know, more dirt up here. And what we're going for is more of just like a realistic type farm look. You know, I mean modern farming, it's not so much the case. But I think, like with older, more just like living in the wild type farming, it would be a bit more just kind of random shaped, wild shaped, as it works its way up a hill, or you know, a similar spot of land. So what we'll do is we'll have this, you know, the dirt's going to come out. This is going to kind of come around, and we'll do like that, and then dirt. Man, all this stone. I'm going to have so much landscaping to do, like, with this whole area here. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking I want something different for the borders and then the walkable spots. You know, maybe a different type of wood or something like that, which we will change that out, I promise. And then we'll do maybe fences. Maybe that'll be enough. Fences, and then, I don't know. I'm going to mess around with it and see. But let's see, right here, I'm actually debating if I want to bring this layer just up here, maybe. So instead of going for like a 3-tier, maybe just do like a 2-tier. That actually might work out pretty well for us. So we would have like, we'll go ahead, bring that out like that. And then the second tier, we would just bring this out. And then I'll have to add like some leaves and different things for decor up through here, because we're going to kind of go for like a natural look to it. Not really overgrown, but, you know, just scenic, I guess, would be the word for it. And this is going to be, our farms are actually going to be a lot of work, because I'm planning on having a lot of different farms. So I don't know if I want that there or not. I don't know, we'll see. I will say this pack is a whole lot more enjoyable to play when I don't have those huge lag spikes that we had before. This is so much nicer. It really, really is. So we'll go ahead and just bring this together. And then, you know, right here, bring this in, bring that in like one. And then, I don't know, we might have more tiers above it, but it might change to like a different type of farm or something. I might actually just do like, this is all like wood essence. This is all inferium essence, and I think it would probably be enough. And just kind of have like wild planting of different types of crops, you know. I think that would actually be kind of cool. So maybe we'll go with something to that effect. Okay, so we'll have something like that. I mean, it's going to get decor, fences, and leaves and different things that kind of go up through here. And then our water sources, right now they're not going to have anything, but eventually we're going to put lily pads of fertility down where our water sources will be. So we'll go ahead and put down like a water source block like right here. Water source block like right here. Yeah. And then we'll do water source like right there. One like right here. Yeah, should be good. And then one like right here. Okay. And then for the where the water sources will go, I think I'm going to use, I don't know if I just want to do dirt down below here. Like that. Or if I wanted, yeah, I'll probably just do that. I think that'll look alright. Plus it's going to have a lily pad on top of it, so. Making all those lily pads of fertility, it's not going to be cheap. I need to change out my shovel before this one breaks. It's not going to be cheap, but that's okay. That'll be alright. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the tiers keep going up, right? So this is just the first 2 tiers. This will be enough for us for right this second, but we will add more. So the next tier, it's going to kind of step up right here, and then we'll have it, it'll probably start like back in here and kind of wrap around and come over a little bit right here. And we'll just have a different, I think we'll have a different crop per tier as you go up. And the sizes, it'll be, you know, it'll be representative of how much we use it. And actually, I think the next tier, it'll be longer, but I think there's actually going to be 2 tiers. So this one that it steps up into will basically cover all of this, but then it's going to step up right here, and there's going to be another tier. So this is actually going to be a little bit taller. It'll make sense. It'll make sense. Just a lot of landscaping and building that I've got to do. And we also have those different kinds of berry bushes, so we can kind of pepper those around as well for to make it look nice. So, and then we've also got apiaries that we'll pepper around inside the farms as well, which I think it's all going to look pretty good. Let me make a few more buckets so that I can carry more water at a time. Because our infinite water source is right here. I could set up another one outside, and I will eventually, but not right now. Not right now. And then what we'll probably do is this warehouse. Eventually we won't use this warehouse anymore, but, well, we'll probably still use it for maybe overstock. I don't know, something. We'll maybe make some use out of it, but I will kind of spruce it up a little bit because the front's really boring. It's basically just a box. It's a pretty box, but it's still, at the end of the day, it's just a box. So I will add maybe some detail. I am planning on adding like architecture craft and, you know, some other decorative mods, but we'll see. As you guys know, my single player series, I like to add a lot of mods. So that tends to be how it goes. I need a, let's see, let me go to the tool section. I need to get, I'm actually going to drop the shovel in here. Whoops. This stuff's going to get moved downstairs. That's going to be tools that I don't want to break. I want to keep a hold of. Let's get a hoe, and let's get a, well, we'll just take a stone shovel. I need to use up all these stone tools. Most of them are probably going to just end up getting trashed, honestly. But we'll go ahead. The apiaries, I'm going to set these up, and I did look up, they have a 4 radius that they work in. So we're just going to put like one right here, and we'll put one like right there, maybe. Yeah, I think that'll be good. And then let's grab our bees, and we'll toss those into there so they can start running. And that way we'll have honeycombs here. I'm going to have to close that up because I hate being able to see up underneath that stuff. I'll just do like slabs down there. And I will say that stuff like wheat, it's going to get a lot larger farm areas. So just a heads up, it will get bigger areas that it uses. But and then we've got these apiaries. Let me go ahead and pull this up. And then we'll drop down one right over here. I'm probably going to add another, maybe, well, actually this will probably be enough, in truth. We'll drop those down right there. And let me actually grab our single wood seed. I haven't got any extras. I did look in the configs, by the way, and it's a 5% chance in this pack to get extras. So just a heads up. And then I'm also going to have to do lighting for this, because I do want these farms lit so that they run during the night. For right now, I'm probably just going to use torches, and then I'll figure out some other alternative to these. So I will say that mobs will be able to get in here, but ideally we're going to have it lit up enough so that mobs aren't going to be spawning. Is kind of my goal, but right now there will be mobs, and that's just part of it. So. And then this is going to be an Inferium seed section, which of course we'll be able to do upgrades for this, but for right now we'll just drop that right there. This whole plot is going to be nothing but Inferium seeds. And then I think, I mean, it needs a lot of decor, but I think for right now, this should be pretty good. We'll do torch there, torch there, torch and torch. And then we'll go ahead and just drop down a torch like there. And then a torch right over here. And that should light it all up enough that it runs during the night. But it's not super fast at the moment. Well, it's actually 28:42. Oh yeah, I have those growth ticks that I can apply. I could get another tier in that. Let's take it. I actually kind of like it. It's really good for especially starting out these mystical agriculture crops because, wow, it's just like it's just like growing here. It just grows. 14, 85, and then we could also add in like maybe a tree or something up through these tiers to kind of add a little bit more detail to it as well. We just got one seed. Like I said, only 5% chance of getting more. I could actually maybe make some more wood seeds just to help speed this up, and maybe some more Inferium Essence seeds. That might not be a bad idea. Okay, so I've got enough wood on me now to get 2 sets of wood seeds. So we'll go ahead and craft that up. Is that not right? Oh wait, I need tier 1 crafting seeds. So there's that. And then there is wood seeds. Okay, and then we'll get 2 more of those as well. That'll help speed things up a little bit anyways. To help get us started. And then hopefully I'll just start getting in seeds, and then I won't have to worry about it too much. So we'll just do like that. Try to place around our apiaries for right now. Bear in mind that these effects do stack, so like these right in here are going to grow faster. But then we're going to have growth accelerators, so we don't have to go too crazy with the apiaries right now, I don't think. These should grow pretty good on their own. So, and then of course there's a chance you're going to get the this right here, fertilized essence, and it's a bone meal basically. It's 10% drop chance every time that you harvest any kind of mystical agriculture stuff. So, wow, look at this. I just placed these, and they're almost filled up. Like, oh my gosh. They're so fast. Okay, so this one's done. And make sure that you harvest with a left click and not a right click. Because I don't think right click is going to get you the extra seeds. So make sure you're using left clicks and just breaking it. It's not as nice, but as long as you want extra seeds, make sure and do that. So, there's a villager. You better not break my plants. So, anyways, I am going to end out this episode here. I'm going to be working on expanding out the seeds, and I will probably work on maybe some other tiers, but I'm not for sure what all will do. So, I'll probably build up maybe a couple more tiers, maybe start adding some leaves and stuff. I've got shears, so that's not a problem. Next episode, we are going to do a bit of exploration. I think it's time. It'll be episode 5. So it's high time that we get into a little bit of dungeon diving and see what we can find in the dungeons. Because I would like to get maybe some new spell books and things like that, which we are going to find as we explore underground. So we will get on that next episode. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button. And go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. Stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope you guys like the alternate farm design. I just get tired of box farms and rectangle farms and circle farms. You know, I get so tired of them. So I want to do something a little bit different and kind of use changes of elevation. Because we are going to be going up a mountain right here, or up a hill. So it kind of only makes sense. Plus, I think it'll be a little bit more interesting for me, a little bit more interesting for you. So I think it's a win-win, in truth. So, anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys then.